Hello and welcome to my Flosstube number 9. My name is Dawn, Frosty XStitch, and today is the 8th of November 2017. So I've got just a short update today. I didn't put up a Flosstube last week because everybody was putting up theirs from after the retreat. There were so many Flosstubes going up Tuesday, Wednesday that I just thought I don't need to put mine up, it'll just go under. So that's why I'm filming today. I think it doesn't matter because I didn't do very much stitching during these last 3 weeks. I've been extremely tired and worn out after work and tend to just come home, go to sleep. Yeah. So anyway, today's Flosstube is brought by my lovely mug, and this my dad got me and he brought it back from, I'm not quite sure if it was Finland or Norway that he got it, but it reminds me of all the places that I still want to go. I want to go to Sweden, Norway, Finland, and I would like to go to Canada someday, which reminds me of Mackenzie, who's got a birthday today, so happy birthday, Mackenzie. I hope you're doing okay, and we miss you, but you know that, and there's no rush to come back. So cheers. Yeah. So yeah, there's not only work that is make my life a bit of misery. There's also, I live in I don't know if you know, but in Switzerland we don't really live in houses. Like in England most people live in houses. In Switzerland we live in flats. Now we don't have skyscrapers, we do have some high towers, but there's not that many. In Basel we live in flats, and usually it's a house that has 4 floors, and most of them were sort of, where I live, were built around 1900, 1920, and so you would have like the maid in the top and the 4th floor, maybe a maid and a butler, and then you would have the grandparents and parents, and the children would then move in the bottom flat when they would be old enough to sort of move out but still stay with parents. And I'm in a ground floor flat, and there's 3 other people above me, each in their own flat, and we're all women. They are a lot older than me, and when I moved in, the owner of the house, she used to live above me. She died. Old age, so it's not a tragedy, but old age, and an older lady moved in there, and yeah, I was friendly with everybody. I'm a friendly and nice person. I want everybody to like me, so I am nice. I say hello in the morning, I say good evening, whatever. I talk to people, but lately when I've seen anybody from the house, they would just have a go at me about something that I've done wrong, or not even, it wasn't even me, but they would just have a go at me for something, and it's been really unfriendly. And I consider my flat my safe place, my safe haven, because I don't get on with my parents, I've got no contact with my brother, and I have no friends. So yeah, my flat is my place where I go, my flat is my heaven, where I do everything, where I am most of the time when I'm not at work, or yeah, I don't go out much. And now it's become really uncomfortable. When I hear somebody on the steps, I don't go out. And at the moment we have all these building sites, that's why I'm filming later now. It's about 5 o'clock. I would have filmed earlier in daylight, as now it's already getting dark, but I couldn't do that because we have this huge building site, and it would really just, it's about 10 metres along that way, and it was too loud. The noise is just too loud, and because of the building site we can't park. So when I came home, I sometimes have to park in, we have sort of, the buildings go around outside, and in the middle we all have our gardens, but in the middle there used to be something else, and that's gone, and they're going to build a building there, but because we don't want it, they couldn't get it through yet. It's going to happen, but at the moment it's a parking space there for people who know about it, and when I park there I have to sort of climb over a fence, go through 3 people's gardens, and then go through our garden and then come home. And our garden hasn't got any sun, never. It has about half an hour sun in the summer when the sun's really high, and I was allowed to put out plants in pots, but they wouldn't grow. It just didn't work, didn't get the right plants. So I asked if I could like put in just a little bed, like a bit higher. So we put in wood planks and then filled it with earth, and that's my garden. So I put in plants. I put in a vine, and I have a rose that I got from my parents because I got one for my 25th birthday, but then I was living at home, and that's sort of grown into everything of my mum's, so she couldn't give me that when I moved out. So they got me a new one, and it's a climbing rose. It goes up, and it's sort of done its way, and when you cut your roses in, you don't actually cut it yet because the temperatures haven't gone down that far, so I wouldn't have cut it yet. But you don't cut it down as you would do a rose that you go really far down. You leave it because it has to climb up again. And I came back one day and I came through my garden, and my rose was cut back, and it's about this high now, and she cut it so that nothing can grow. It's basically dead. She cut back my vine, and my vine actually grew all over the top and then came onto my balcony. She actually was on my balcony to cut it back, but she didn't pull everything down as you would to get rid of it. She cut out chunks that she took away, and then basically left stuff, cut all the stuff down and chopped off at the bottom, and it's ruined. It might come again. The vine might come again. It has come. Yeah, I don't know. But she cut back everything. She pulled out stuff that was in there. She just goes, and she has no clue what's a weed. Weeds she left. Plants she pulled out. She cut back my rose. She didn't even realise that I had a rose in there, because she never saw them, but she lives on the 2nd floor. She can't even see my garden. Now, this is what the New Dawn rose looks like, and it's a climbing rose, as you can see, and the roses that you can see are nearly over like that. They're really tiny. They're only about this size when they open, and like I said, we don't have very much sun, so I don't have that many roses. So when I have one and I see it, I go and cut it. So it's about this size, and I put it in a tiny little vase, and I have it for a week. And I actually enjoy it. And I mean, it's gone. And she said, "Oh, I'll buy you a new one." She doesn't know that it's not one of those that you just can go and buy anywhere. It's not. Yeah, so we had a bit of disagreement there. We've had a few of those, and basically I've declared war on them now, and I hate that, because now I don't even feel comfortable at home. And I just see that I've talked now for 10 minutes. I had nothing to do with stitching. Sorry about that. So, okay, stitching. I placed an order with 123 Stitch because I kitted up a few of my projects. Well, I kitted them up. I've got all the floss. I haven't decided on fabric yet because I have still got to do stitch on linen, try it out, because if I like stitching on linen, I might get some linen, I might get some even weave, or otherwise I'll stick to Aida, but I haven't decided yet. So I got the floss for projects, so I can start them anytime. I've got Aida here, I've got enough Aida to last quite some time, so I've done that. And I had to also buy some floss for my friend, and so I placed this order, and other people who've placed an order with 123 Stitch know that they then get a message saying, did you get everything that you need, or was there something missing? So I said yes, I actually missed one pattern that I would really like, is the Santa with the candy cane peg leg. And I actually got a notification. She got back to me about 5 minutes later, and she said the pattern's discontinued. What? I've seen this, I don't know, lollipop stitches, a stitch too far. She's done the snowman from the same series. I want that pattern. I really want a pattern. So of course I searched the web and I found it. Yay! I've got my pattern. I wouldn't have bought it because, like I said, I'm doing Stitch from Stash. But as she said, it's discontinued and they cannot order it for me. I want this pattern. So I got it. And it's even got the little charm with it there. So, yay! I'm so happy. And I also got then the floss for it. So that's kitted. Needs fabric, but that's not a problem. And as you know, a pattern cannot travel alone. So I didn't really know what to get, because I placed my order for my floss, my treasure braid, and I didn't really want to get another pattern. I have patterns on my wish list, but I'm doing Stitch from Stash, so I've got a few kitted projects that I want to start, so I didn't really want to get another pattern. And I found this. Now this has been on my wish list for quite a time, but as I've seen it, it's been there, so there was no rush to get it. I paid £1.50 for it. In Etsy it's something like $15. On Arts and Designs in the UK it's about £13. £1.50. £1.50. That I buy it for £1.50. So I've got that. Happy about that. Didn't expect to get that yet, but now I've got it. I'll wait with kitting it up because I just wanted a pattern. Really wanted a pattern. So that was strange to find it just for no price. That's something I can deal with, that and Stitch from Stash. Then yeah, as I said, I got this nice piece of linen from Caitlin, Big Apple Stitcher, and it's really nice and it's sparkly. And I finally found a pattern. I found it in my stash, and it's this, and it was a freebie. I got this with an order I placed. I can't remember which order it was. I just know that I found this, and it's a quote from Genesis, whatever. I don't actually do quotes. I don't do Bible quotes or anything, but I have a friend in the UK, and she went to university with me. She was my next door neighbour, and I know that she would like it. I know that she would like the colours, the pattern, and she would like what's written there. It says, "Lord, watch between me and thee when we are absent from one another." And I haven't seen her for 15 years now, yeah. So I thought I'd just do the design from there downwards and not do the top, just because then I might get it finished soon and I could try out how it is to stitch on linen, because I stitch in hand and I don't know. Yeah, I've noticed I have a bit of a problem with tension, but it does actually work, and I've only done a bit, as you can see. There's not that much, but it's not difficult. At the beginning it was where do I start? How do I've watched tutorials. I saw Melanie's Soulful Stitcher. I'm sorry about that. My phone went off, and even though it's on silent, it vibrates, and somebody phoned me, and then I can't deal with that, so I had to quickly stop. Yeah, like I said, I saw Melanie Soulful Stitcher's tutorial. So, and I know how to stitch on linen from what I've been told and what I've read, but to actually do it is different. So I've done this, and as you can see, it works. I can do it. It's not that difficult, and I think as soon as I get a few more stitches in, the tension problem will just disappear. And I've asked Sarah, Stitching Mummy, how she does it, and she says, like, because she rolls her fabric up like I do and stitches in hand, and it works for her. So I'm going to do it, and I'm actually enjoying it. Not that I have much time to do it, but I do like it, and I'm going to stitch it. And I've got enough fabric because I measured it. I could have done it this way, then I would just be able to do the bottom part, but I'm going from top upwards, and if I then see that it's going really well, I actually might do the whole pattern to the top with the flower and everything. So I've got time to decide. It doesn't matter, it just depends on if I like it or not. And I think that's good for me now, and it'll give me time to decide if I want to stitch on linen or not, and I think that's good. That's an easy way to do it. So yeah, I can't do sort of past the stash because I don't have that much stash, and doing stitch from stash, I don't buy that many charts. But this freebie pattern, actually bendy stitchy, it's still here. You can have it if you want it when I'm finished. I'll pass the stash. I would love to pass the stash. It will make me very happy to pass my stash. So, bendy stitchy, go and check your Instagram, please. Yeah. I've just had so many stitchers saying that they would pass the stash and are doing it, and I want to pass the stash. I don't specifically would pass my Mirabilia patterns. I'm not too sure. I think I would like to keep those, but other patterns, yes, I'll pass them. I don't mind passing it on. I would love to pass it on because it shows me that I'm stitching stuff that other people like too. So yeah, then a friend of mine wanted a pattern from Etsy, and she's not got PayPal or credit card or anything, so I got that for her. Didn't cost me very much, and she gave me a pattern that she's just stitched. It's only a small one, but I like it, so she gave this to me. I bought her the other, so that was a swap that I like doing. Then I had a finish. I finished my tea and cake style, and people who watch me on Instagram have seen this. It's not finished like this. It's just that I don't have an iron, so I can't really do anything. I don't have foam core. I don't have anything to finish my pieces unless I frame them. I have frames, but I haven't got a frame for this, and it's going to the UK, so I'm going to finish it differently, but I have to get supplies first, and that is turning out to be a bit difficult. So yeah, but what I did is I converted the colours because I'm doing stitch from stash and I don't have a full set of DMC, so I had to go with what I had. And everybody was sort of saying, oh, lovely colours, and I didn't actually see it until it's finished. And looking at it like this from further away, I put it up on my kitchen table on the side, so I can see it every day, and I've realised that actually the colours look really good. I didn't see it while stitching, but I do see it now. So thank you for all your comments, because it did help me to not put it down and stop, and somehow I'm not focusing. So camera, never mind, I'm talking anyway. So yeah, for everybody who commented on the colours that I chose and that they liked it, it really helped. I would have put it away otherwise. I think I wouldn't have finished it, but I did, and it's going to be a Christmas present, and I'm really happy about that. So let's see what the camera's doing. Is it going to focus? Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, that was my one finish. So as I had a finish, I could do a start. Yes! Well, you can't see very much. That's my start. My tiny little start. But it is a start. And that's fine. And what it is it's from Stone Street Stitchwork. And this is a freebie that I got off Instagram. I follow them, and this was there, and it just said if you want it you should message them, because I'm sorry, I've only got a black and white printer. It's in colour. I'm doing a bendy stitchy, so I've got a black and white printer, so it's black and white. But you can get this for free, and it's not big, and I just liked it. I really liked it. It's got snow, it's got lampposts, and it's got houses, and I like the colours. I've got the colours, and I didn't really have fabric, but I found this scrap, and I think it's something like 11 count Ada. It's the holes are huge, but it's fine. The colour's good for it, so I chose that. I'm really happy to stitch this. Yeah. Anyway, thanks Bendy Stitch, because you got me onto those. I think you showed the pattern. What was it? It was I think it was a lantern with stuff in it, and you showed also a picture of a mug, and that's from them. And I checked out their Etsy shop, and they've got lovely patterns. So as soon as I have money, I'll get some patterns from them. Then I finally got my Santa's Village from Country Cottage Needleworks. I ordered it through somebody else who would get me everything: fabric, patterns, buttons and floss. And it's got DMC and hand-dyed floss. And I went back and I checked it, and I was asked, do you want the DMC also, or only the hand-dyed floss? And I said yes please, DMC, because DMC is too expensive here for me. And I got it, and I asked for the fabric to be light blue or slightly purple or cream colour. Yeah, well, crinkly crinkly. I've got fabric that's called hazy grey. I don't know if this will show up. No, it doesn't show. What you see is grey. What I see is pink. It's pink. It is pink. I really, it doesn't show up. It's pink. I don't want to do Santa's Village on pink. And it's even beef. Even beef. I'll try even beef. But I don't want to do pink. So, but never mind. I've got my fabric. I got the patterns. All of them. Including with each one. That one doesn't. Can't see it. Oh, sorry. Each one has the button with it, as you can see. And where's my floss? No DMC, no hand dyed. Empty. Yeah, I ordered it in July. I got it on the 6th of November. There's no floss in it. I thought I would be joining in Santa stitching Sundays. Well, yeah, I won't. Because until I've ordered from 123 Stitch, until it gets here, it's December. I contacted them. They said they would send it, but if it takes the same amount of time, I'll be stitching Santa in July. Yeah, not very happy. Anyway, my other WIPs, as I said, I didn't have very much time, but I did get a bit more in on Evening Star. Just a bit more of I think that's steam. Yeah, it's sky and steam. And of course I started stitching it, and counting error, I had to take everything out and put it all back in again. Now, as happened. But I didn't really mind. That because it's easy. And my skull, I did some more on him. Because he's just lying there, my breakfast table, so if I want to have breakfast and I'm early, before going to work, I'll just put in a few stitches. That's coming along nicely, but it won't be finished for his birthday. But apparently he's going to be moving, yeah, to his normal workplace, and so we won't be working together when his birthday is going to come along, so doesn't matter. Hang on. Yeah, I don't know what's happening today, but my phone goes off, which it never does. And now it just said that I know that I plugged my computer in, and I suddenly saw that it's on battery and nearly empty. And it said that there's something wrong with my cable. Plugged in. Anyway, I'm nearly finished. So, still doing this folding leaves. I haven't really stitched that much on it in the last few weeks, because Stitching Mummy has now kitted hers up. Yay! I like the colours that she chose. She's got really lovely colours. I think she got them from Anne P for her birthday, and a special threads, and she chose really lovely colours. Anyway, this is yeah, that's side up. So this is where I am now. Needle minder upside down. Sorry about that. Love those little birds. I really like stitching this. It's a nice, easy stitch. I can do it in front of the TV, and it's DMC, and it's really nice actually to stitch with it, and it turns out really nice. And sometimes I just go along a row with the half and come back, and sometimes I do each cross by itself, and it doesn't seem to matter. It comes out really nice, and I'm really happy with this, because with the Coloris, DMC has this Coloris, the different floss, and they go from like blue over yellow over pink, brown, so they've got completely different colours in one thread. So there you really have to do one stitch after the other, you can't do anything else. But this is different. I don't quite know what it is, but yes, actually can check it out. It's DMC Colour Variations Cotton and Embroidery Floss, and it's really nice to stitch with. And like I say, I can do either just go along this way and come back, or I can do full crosses. It doesn't matter. It's really nice. So that is something to maybe keep in the back of your mind, because it's not, DMC is not that expensive as hand dyed floss. So if you want something special, that's actually quite nice. And that was all my WIPs. I finished reading this. I showed you, some others showed you that there are these an embroidery mystery. It's called XStitch, and as you can see, it's Wally, McKenna's dog. It's definitely him. It just has to be. And even the way she treats him, she's got this backyard where he can go and play, and he's got his own swing and he can stay there. As McKenna sometimes walks him out and says he's got his own little backyard there. So I knew it would be like an easy, just flip through read. It's a mystery, but it's harmless. What I like about it is that she's not stupid. It's not that you think, why can you not work it out? It's not like that. She's a normal person. She's got her own embroidery shop. Well, stitching shop actually, because she does cross stitch, she does embroidery, she does all sorts of canvas work as well. And she talks about it a bit. Not much, but there's this Renaissance fair going on, and she's doing black work on some of these shirts that she's got, and she's doing it sort of on the collar and on the arms, and she's doing black work. I know what black work is, so that made it a bit, you sort of can relate to her. And she's got a boyfriend, apparently a good looking, very nice boyfriend, who's a police officer, well, a detective. And so she's got a boyfriend, so it's not a sort of romance trying whatever that sometimes you get in these sort of books. It's not like that. She's got this boyfriend. He knows that she tries to solve every mystery, so he knows that she tries. He tells her not to do stuff. Sometimes she goes and does it, sometimes she listens, but she works it out in the end, and it's them working together. And I think that's quite nice, and it's different, and it's an easy read, and it's got no, well, it's not a violent book or anything, even though there's a murder in it. So if anybody wants it, it's called XStitch. It's by Amanda Lee, and you can have it. It's yours. If you want it, you can have it. I'll pass it on because I got this new because I wanted to know what it's like. I just wanted to read one of these, and now I don't need it because I will not be reading it a second time. It's too easy. So if anybody wants it, you can have it. Yeah. So I told you, I think last time, about Herbstmess, because Elena, who's also on Flosstube, she talked about Herbstmess and that being her favourite time of year in Basel. I've added a few photos. They've been taken by a friend of mine during the day, so you don't get the lights and you don't see everything that's going on. And so I'll see you in a bit. As you can see, Herbstmess is a huge fair. We've got lots of rides. There are 8 different places all over the city. And these pictures have been taken by a friend of mine to just show you. We have roller coasters. This is the largest German one that can move around. Of course, at night everything has lights and there's flashing and there's music. Lots and lots of people. Yeah, we have a freefall tower. This one. I can actually hear the people screaming when they're right at the top. I can hear that at home, even with the windows closed. And at the end you see what I see if I just go out of my flat, round the corner. Of course, there's a lot more to Herbstmess than I now just showed in these few pictures. There's a lot more going on. There's lots of stuff to see, there's lots of places to go, but come and see, come and visit, you might enjoy it. So yeah, that's it, goodbye from me and happy stitching, see you soon.